Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening. We've got about 45 minutes together this evening with you who are sitting in the audience here with us this evening and everybody that's watching us live out there across the country. We're going to be talking about DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We were first registered in 1952, so we're well now 65 years old now. So you're not dealing with some kind of startup here. This is a well-established, listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. I want you to have confidence and trust in that. That's what we're trying to build here. Take some time afterwards, go and look next to our front door there, see all of our licenses, see all of our associations, get comfort with who you're dealing with here this evening. Folks, we are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. That is our FSP number there on the screen. You can go away and look us up on the FSB's website. I also want you to be comfortable with the team here. The most important aspect of our team is that we're actually here. This is a homegrown South African company, and you will be able to find all of us at any point with regard to anything, Monday to Saturday, in these four walls right here. Again, I'm hoping this gives you a bit of comfort. Given the state of the South African economy, we have guys from all over the overseas trying to abuse us all the time. Well, here you can actually find us. We've got this little lady that works for us at DuePoint. She said to me, Brendan, the only reason why I joined DuePoint was that if something goes wrong, I know where you are. It was quite frightening when someone that big says that to you. It's a frightening threat, but it remains the truth about us. That's me over there, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive and founder of this division. I'm a chartered accountant. I've been in the space for the last 20 years. This is Tim. He's our banking expert, comes out of the banking industry, where he spent almost 20 years with the First Rand Group. Then we got Stacey over here. She's our auditing expert. She comes from Deloitte, where she worked both here and in Luxembourg overseas, many years with them. Then we've got Jane, originally from the UK, but has spent the last 10 years here with us at DuePoint, here in South Africa, and she is our direct selling expert. She brings those expertise to our team. And then we've got Rob. Rob's our design guy, worked his own digital design firm for nearly 20 years, specializing in the financial services space in South Africa. So everything that you feel and touch and hear and see at DuePoint has been designed by Rob. Now, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we've got two objectives. Our primary objective is that we want to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to control and create a recurring, reliable, and stable income. That's our primary objective. Why are we doing this? Well, let's take a look at the state of our economy at the moment. At the moment, it is out of control. I think we could quite easily describe it as. It's certainly shrinking. We know that. Every year, it's getting smaller and smaller, which means that every year there's less businesses open, which means that every year there are more people unemployed. What did the papers say on the 1st of June? 433,000 people became unemployed between January and June this year. 433,000. If you have a job right now, you're in the queue for the next person to be unemployed. At this rate, all of us will ultimately be in a position of unemployment. It doesn't matter if you're an executive, it doesn't matter if you're an accountant, a surgeon, a professional sports player. The way our economy is going, all of us are ultimately going to be in a position where we could face unemployment. We also, and probably more importantly, do not have any control over our income, even when we are employed. You might think you do, but you know you don't. At the end of the year, someone else is going to tell you how much you're going to earn. Someone else will tell you what increase you're going to get. Someone else is going to tell you what promotion you get. That you know. You have no control over the income you earn. What else do you know? Well, what else you know is that you don't earn enough to survive. You don't earn enough, certainly, to meet the aspirational expenditure that you have. We know this. The research said just recently, weeks ago, the newspapers were saying average family to feed costs 7,500 Rand. The average income in South Africa is 4,500 Rand. Who is filling the gap between what you're actually earning and what your expenditures actually are? Well, we've become very good at filling that gap with debt. That's what we do. We've become professional debtors in South Africa. We've invented debt for everything, for food, for clothing, for cars, for houses. We have personal loans for funerals. We do everything on debt because we have no other choice. If there was another option out there, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? We certainly wouldn't be opting for debt. And the one thing about debt is it creates an interesting legacy in your life. It is one of the things that you will hand over to your children when you pass away, and they will pay for food they didn't eat and for clothes they didn't wear. That is what is happening in South Africa right now on a daily basis. So the average person in South Africa owes 289,000 Rand. That is quite frightening when the average income is 4,500 Rand a month. We have learned how to leverage ourselves to the hilt, and it has poisoned our own personal economies. That is what it has done. That is statements of facts. Those are not marketing, adverts. That is where we all are right now in South Africa. And our hope is that with the DuePoint system, we can put a tool in your hand where you can start to replace this bridge, where you can start to create an income that is recurring, not here today, gone tomorrow, stable, and puts you in a position where you no longer need debt to bridge the gap with your expenditure. Our hope is also that as you grow your income with us, you're put into a position where you have free cash flow, where you have the ability to cover the normal things that happen in life. You know what it's like. Every month there's something going on. Granny gets sick or dies and you have to contribute to the funeral, the hospital expenses, your kid breaks their leg, you have a car accident. There's always something happening in our lives that requires cash, and right now it's a crisis when it happens. It means you've got to go and get more debt every single time. But if you've got a tool that has created free cash flow for you, we hope to remove those sorts of incidents from your life. And then, of course, we want to play the long game. We want to be able to put you in a position that at some point in the future when you can't work anymore, when you get to that retirement age, they either force you into it or you choose to go into it, you have an income that can cover your expenditure every month. Right now, you would have to go back to your children and lean on them to feed you and clothe you and house you. That's what we have been doing for 200 years in South Africa. We go back to our children. We want to change that with this tool. That's our primary objective here. Our secondary objective is that we are creating a 21st century company that connects us directly to our customers. We want you to have a pipeline straight to the heart of our insurance company. And we don't want you to have to wait until we open our doors in the morning to be able to communicate with us or to be able to be in contact with us. We want you to be in contact with us 24 hours a day. Now, with those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is very simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has one task. It is not selling, it is not marketing, it's not advertising, it's not advising or brokering. It is simply connecting individuals to DuePoint. That's all you do, is you connect people to DuePoint. By doing that, you create market penetration for us. You allow us and create for us channels of distribution into which we can come along as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we create revenue, and that revenue creates that extra recurring income that I've been talking about. Why is it recurring? Well, we don't peddle goods here. You don't have to buy things to sell them on. That creates recurring expenditure. And that's often where the stigma to direct selling comes, because you're having to buy things, spend money, and you don't necessarily get it back through sales. All of that is eliminated in the DuePoint system. We use financial services and lifestyle products, which means that every single month, the payment of those products is run on a debit order computerized system. So whether you're lying in hospital or on a beach somewhere, the computer system will automatically raise the debit orders, and where they are paid, your income comes in every single month. It's the cornerstone, foundational piece of our system. Then we put a second layer on the system. We wanted to be able to create something that allows you to expand beyond your current capability. Right now, you've only got 8 hours a day where you can work, and the moment you stop working, your income stops. But we wanted to put you in a position where working with others, taking the time and energy and thought of others, you're able to create something that can produce income for you on a 24-hour basis. That is the true key to financial freedom, is when you know that even as you sleep, income is being produced for you. All right, now I'm going to show you how that works in a moment. But to start with, I want you to understand that this is not an employment opportunity. We are not hiring you. There is no employment contract. You cannot run out of here this evening and start a new Facebook page called DuePoint Recruitment. I saw one recently. I am employed by DuePoint. No, you are not. You are completely independent of us. We simply put a tool in your hands. That's all. That is what you get at DuePoint, is this tool. And you will use that tool how you want to use it. Many of you are never going to use the tool. Never. Never. You're going to walk out of here this evening and you're going to go, I should never have done that. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Some of you are going to make it amazing. That is completely up to you. You remain completely independent of us here at DuePoint. Now, folks, what's very important to note is that there is absolutely no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. There's no cost of starting. There's no starter cost kit or book you have to buy. There's no monthly fee, business fee, marketing fee, admin fee. There's no application form fees. There is no cost for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There is no additional cost in our system. So we have hoped in the construction of our system that you are never in a position where you are losing financially. That is not what you lose in the DuePoint system, as far as we've been able to create it. Folks, it also doesn't require any specific kind of qualification or education in the financial services sector. If anybody knows the legislation here, you would know that if you're a broker or an agent or representative or an advisor, you have to have NQF level 5 education, have passed regulatory exams, have years of experience, everything has to be in writing, you need compliance officers, audits, you know that. You do none of that at DuePoint. And as a result, everyone is able to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. Now, through the task of creating channels, and this recurring income that we develop, because it's recurring, it can now be priced. Your channel is capable of being priced. Because it can be priced, you can sell it, you can transfer it, and it's going to outlive you. One day when you pass away, it will be handed over to your children, and they will continue to earn the income that you have created in your lifetime. There really aren't very many other examples of that in the South African economy. Certainly not your job. If you've got a job right now, when you pass away, promise your children don't get to have that job. You know that. The income ends. But with the DuePoint system, we want to create legacy. Now, the system has been created to be completely convenient for you. We've had enough years now knowing about all the things that people hate about direct selling. They hate having to present. They hate having to cart around products and look like checkers in a car. They hate having to learn how to learn about the products. They hate the selling part. People, I don't have selling skill. It doesn't matter. In the DuePoint system, all of that has been completely eradicated. You play no part in the sales process or transaction here at DuePoint, and you do not ever present any of our products. Only Rob and I do that, and tonight you're very fortunate because I'm much better at Rob at this. So you've picked a good night to come to. Only Rob and I do these presentations. Your task is simply to connect individuals to us at DuePoint. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. There's 4 ways. There are not more than 4 ways. There are just 4 ways to do this. Facebook is not one of them. WhatsApp is not one of them. Gumtree is not one of them, okay? All of you, listen very carefully. We banned Facebook in this building, okay? There are 4 ways. Here are the 4 ways you connect people to DuePoint. Firstly, you go out and you buy one of our USB sticks. It's 150 Rand. It's got our presentation on it. And anywhere, anytime, you've got a smart TV or computer, you plug it in, and there we are, giving the presentation to you. The second way is if you're in Gauteng and you can come here Monday through Saturday, we present out of this room. And you can put people here, and we'll do it for you. Evenings, lunchtimes, mornings. The third way, and the most important way that you can connect people to DuePoint is through our YouTube channel. If you've never used YouTube before, from this day forward, you're going to be using it on a daily basis. On our YouTube channel, every single one of our presentations, trainings, conferences, everything we've ever done is recorded on our YouTube channel. It means that 24 hours a day, no matter where you are, at one click of a button, you've got us there in your living room, in your workplace, in your church, in a coffee shop, talking to people about DuePoint. You never have to do a single presentation. Now, I like getting on top of a few other sort of things here. We get people, particularly in Gauteng, so I don't have to talk to any of the people watching me live. They've already worked this out. But the people in Gauteng, they start going, no, Brendan. People are not going to believe that this is legitimate until they've been here and seen the bricks and the paint and the walls. So all these other things that don't work, I've got to bring them here. So I've been asking this question. I've only had one person say yes once, so I'm pretty safe on this. Have any of you been to Google's head office? No, none of you tonight. Do you believe it's not legitimate? Do you think it's a real business? You do? Okay. And have you told any of your friends about Google? Would you need to take them to the head office before they believed you? No, okay. Have you been to Facebook's head office? No. But you would recommend it to a friend, wouldn't you? And they would believe you. You wouldn't have to take them to the head office to believe it, would you? No, I'm just checking. Because you tell me that the only way your friends are going to believe that this is a 65-year-old insurance company, not because of all the stuff we have online that you can research and find out about us, but because you've got to see the paint and the bricks. Folks, only the people in Gauteng suffer from this problem. All other 8 provinces are quite happy to build their businesses without coming here. And you can too. If it's convenient for you to come to Bryson, go for it. But you do not need to be hung on this building. you've got all of these ways to connect individuals to DuePoint. YouTube is our key one. Now, the fourth and final way that you can connect people and individuals to DuePoint is through our live streams. Every one of our presentations, Monday through Saturday, lunchtimes, mornings, are all available to you live. So if you're at your office or at home and you can't get here and you've got a guest with you and you can tune in at 6:30 or at 12:15 or 10 o'clock whenever we're live, and there we are in living color, live, to present the opportunity to individuals. Those are the 4 ways that you connect people to DuePoint. And when you do, some of them, not all of them, believe you me, not all of them, are going to want to become wealth engineers. And when they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. Then, folks, these guys go out, they do the same thing. Some of them will go and connect other people to DuePoint, and we will allocate them to you. This will happen over and over again over time. And the more effort and input you put into it, soon you will have droves of individuals all over the country talking about DuePoint. We know this because it's already happening. Then we come along, now that you've penetrated the market for us, and we facilitate the purchase of our products across your entire channel, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Some of you are sitting here, well, what you'll do afterwards, you'll come to me and you'll say, Brendan, this better not be a get-rich-quick scheme. In the back of your minds, you'll be going, I really hope this is a get-rich-quick scheme. I know this to be the fact. Every time someone says to me, this better not be, I know they're hoping it is. I know that is because we're kind of like ill-disciplined here in South Africa. We don't like putting time and effort into things. We want things that are going to make us rich overnight. We do. We do. Why do you think the lottery is so successful? Okay? You don't have to put a lot of effort into filling out some numbers. All right? But you will find that we are a fully regulated, licensed and listed insurance company. We have quarterly reviews from the regulators, and we have got oversight from every angle in this industry. This is the real deal. This is not a scam, it's not a scheme, and it's not a shape. How on earth did we manage to get something like that past the regulators? How did we get it past all the oversight that we cover? No, folks. This is a genuine income earning opportunity, probably one of the only ones in South Africa today that you have alternatively to your employment and your careers. And just like your employment, just like when you try to build a business, you would know you've got to put years of time into it in order for it to change your life. Now, people say to me, Brendan, this all sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Here's the catch. You will only change your life with the DuePoint system where you are willing to put time in. That's the price you pay. It's time. So we have designed a system that does not create financial loss. You can come and argue with me blue in the face around that, and I'll demonstrate to you. Financial loss is not in our system. But what you will pay with is your time. But it is your time that will change your life forever with this system. Now, we do that in 2 ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time somebody in your channel makes a payment successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So, for instance, you run out, you chat to a few of your friends, some of them become wealth engineers, they make their product payments via debit order, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. It's not R1, it's not R12, it's not R5. Those are 1990s numbers. This is the 21st century. It's R55. It is material and it is significant. And is what you feel into your accounts. It's what you feel into your personal economy. Now, you go out again, these folk go out, they chat to a few individuals, not all of them, but some of them will go out and chat to individuals, and they will, and some of the people they talk to will want to become wealth engineers too. They will do that, they'll pay their product, and when they do, again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55 again. Now, you, in this particular example, have been here for 5 minutes. You really have. It's a handful of people that you've chatted to and connected to DuePoint. But if you add up the dots there, you're earning about R1,000 a month. R1,000 a month. It's not changing your life, no. But you're feeling it already. If you put the time and energy and effort in, your channel will grow. And you will continue to earn down to the 8th point at a diminishing rate. But there is no limit to how big a channel you can grow here at DuePoint. We are, like I said, trying to create legacy. We don't want to limit your potential. From the 8th point onwards, as long as you qualified to earn, you will always earn 4% of R27.50. So how do you qualify to earn? Well, there's a 6-minute video on our YouTube channel. 6 minutes. That's how complicated it is. It takes me 6 minutes to explain it to you. That explains to you exactly how to qualify. But as long as you do, no matter how big a channel you create, and wherever you qualify, you will earn to. and then you'll hand it over to your children, and they can do the same thing. They can build it to 50 points. As long as they're qualified to earn, they will earn at 4% of 27 Rand 50 from the 8th point onwards. All right, so now, practically speaking, what does that translate into? Well, it's impossible for me to tell you, because every single one of you, like I said earlier, is going to grow at a different rate. Some of you are going to choose to use the tool, some of you are going to not. I can't predict that. Some will do it fast, some will do it slowly. I don't know. But what we did is we went and we got 2 decades of information. We did a whole lot of mathematics on it, and we calculated what we think is a reasonable and conservative estimate of what you can create for yourself, where you put in just a reasonable amount of effort into the construction of your channel. We call it the 3+2 growth formula. It says in your first month with us, you have to put 3 people on your first point in an entire month. Okay? Hardly unreasonable. 3 people. Then every month thereafter, you need to put 2 people on your first point. Every month, consistently and persistently, month after month. That's where the payment of price comes in, 2 people every month. And if you can do that, and you can work with the guys that you put into your channel to do the same thing, and we apply our maths of lapses and cancellations, and people just not doing 3+2, we believe that after 6 months of you doing that, you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. It's not shooting the lights out stuff. No, this is not Facebook where they promise you 100,000 after 3 months, because that's not real. That's not real. This is real, sustainable, 30,000 Rand a year income into a household that you've just created over the course of 6 months at adding 2 people a month to your first point. That's what we've done. Now, if you can continue to do that, working with your teams to get them to do the same things, +2, +2, we believe that after 12 months, you can reasonably expect to be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. 120,000 Rand a year, more income flowing into your account. Nobody here is ever going to ask you to quit your job. That would be absolutely ridiculous. No one. This is the add-on tool. This is what we add to your life. And of 12 months of using the add-on tool at what we believe is a very realistic rate, we believe that you could estimate to have increased your household income by 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. You've got to ask yourself right now, think about what you're earning, think about what your expenditure is. What does it feel like to have 10,000 Rand more coming into account right now? What does that feel? What does it do for you? How does it change your world? Because that's spring next year. That's what it is. Or it's not, of course. It's completely dependent on you. You will decide how this goes. Now, if you can do 2 years with us, 2 years, we reckon 27 to 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year. You've done 2 years of reasonable labor with us. You've paid with some time, and you're now earning 30,000 Rand more a month. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 Rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, remember, it's +2 every month, +2, +2, working with your guys, to do this, 4 years, we reckon 60 to 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 Rand a year. And if you can do half a decade with us, that's not 5 minutes, guys, that's not 3 months, which is the favorite number, 3 months. Oh, I can't do this business, Brendan, your business doesn't work. I spoke to my dad, he said no. That's 5 years of dealing with very disappointing individuals and building and rebuilding and building and rebuilding. We reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning around about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year in half a decade. Now, I get 2 responses to this. I do, legitimate responses. People say to me, the majority of time, this is too slow. It might surprise some of you, but people say, Brendan, there's no ways. I'm not waiting 5 years to earn 100,000 Rand. Facebook promised it to me in 90 days. All right, generally I refer them then back to Facebook, okay? This is stable, recurring, and we hope lifetime income that we've created for you. That's what we're hoping for here. This is real. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to pay with time. It's not a lottery ticket that you just fill out some numbers and maybe you get rich. No, this is not one of those. This is what you add on and you start bending your life over time in this direction. Now, I ask everybody this question, every presentation. How long have you been working for? People say to me, Brendan, I don't have time for this. I'm very important. I've got a very senior job. I work 80 hours a week. I go, that's fantastic. That is exactly what the system has been designed to do, to free you from those chains. Okay? But people have time to put 80 hours a week into a dead-end job. And I can say that quite confidently. 99.5% of us are in dead-end jobs, are we not? How many of you are going straight to CEO? No one? No one's going straight to CEO. I'm very disappointed. Hey? If you were under 30, you'd be telling me you're going straight to CEO, because everyone under 30 is like, I'm going. Then they hit 30, 35, and then they come back to me. All right. Folks, realistically, There are about 1,000 CEOs, maybe a bit more, in the whole country that are earning more than R1 million a year. You have more chance of being struck by lightning. You do, than becoming one of them. You do. And so you can go back and spend your 80 hours a week on your job until you basically fall off dead and they replace you. You can do that. That's where I go. Or you can add this to that piece and over time bend it out. What's 5 years in the big scheme of things? You've put 15, 20 years into your career. What's 5 years? It's nothing. It is very short for those of you who think this is too long. Now, the opposite argument I get is, Brendan, this is flagrant marketing. That one always annoys the hell out of me. If they knew how much work we'd done on this, they'd know not to insult me with that. But they say that. They say, nobody's going to earn this. Nobody. You've just made it up. You've just made it up to just impress people and get them on board. I had someone use the word lure at me today. He nearly got a smack. Lure. We're not luring anybody in this place. For crying in a bucket, we're trying to do exactly the opposite. Okay? No, folks. This is maths. I agree. But we've already got people earning this and more in the DuePoint system. So let's look at it on the ground. Let's look at it. Every month we pick a handful of people across the country that are earning. And we say, well, how are they doing it? What are they looking like? So here's this month's 4. If you come to our next Tell All Tuesday, you'll get the next batch. But here's Mlu. I can't say his full name because we don't have enough time tonight. And he's... Hey, it works like a charm. Every presentation I do, I love it. Mlu's an awesome guy. Great testimony. 9 months with us. First 2 months really did nothing. Was very skeptical. Thought this was the kind of thing his parents had warned him about. So despite the fact that we're a 7-decade-old insurance company, okay, there's only so much I can do. Anyway, so he brought 3 people. He put them in. He said, let's just test it. And as true as Bob, we did what we promised. We paid him. What a surprise. He was really surprised and went, well, that's great. I'll put a few more people just to test, one more time. It was fluke. He put a few more people. We paid him again. Then he was a believer. Okay, amazing how that works. And he has built, over the course of the next 7 months, a channel worth 10,000 Rand. Now, I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand and a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. I still stand by those targets. I think they're reasonable, and I think that they should be what you're aiming for. But here's a guy who said, no thanks. I'd like to now get serious about it. In the course of 7 months, he grew himself a channel of 10,000 Rand a month. So when I said to you, imagine what it would feel like right now to have 10,000 Rand more income a month. He's living it already. He's living it 7 months down. Could be 7 months for you. Could be the beginning of next year. That could be you. It's completely up to you. It could also be nothing. You could have forgotten about DuePoint by then too. It is completely up to you. Then we got this lady here, Zongizwe from Kwamashu, unemployed for 4 years, said time to make some changes, put her head down and built a channel worth 12,000 Rand. Look at the date she joined us. 4 months ago. 4 months ago. 12,000 Rand a month. No, she's unemployed. She's got plenty of time. She can do this 12 hours a day. You might be very important and have no time, okay? And you might have an hour a day, maybe an hour a week, maybe an hour a month. That doesn't matter. There are no timelines and there are no deadlines at DuePoint. Here's the tool. Go use it. And as you build your channel, it just will take you longer to get to this point. But that doesn't matter. You are still creating income that you are in control of with our system. If you've got the hours, you can use them and do this as well. Then we've got Siyabonga. Siyabonga is also from KZN. Fantastic guy. Also a great story. 6 months he's been with us. 6 months he's built a channel worth 12,000 Rand. 12,000 Rand, 6 months. These are people that cannot come to this office. They cannot bring anyone here to prove it's legitimate, because it has bricks and paint. These people are building around the country with DuePoint successfully. 12,000 Rand a month. And then we've got Donnie over here. He's in the audience with us this evening. So I have to be nice. I can't say the stuff I normally say. He's been with us for about 16 or 17 months now. 16 or 17, about 18 months now, actually, at the end of this month. But that was pulled at 16 months. He's been with us for about 16 months, slowly building his channel over that course of time. He said to me many months ago now, he said, Brendan, if I can just increase my earnings by a couple hundred Rand a month every single month, what does it look like 10 years from now? What does it look like 20 years from now? And look at what he's been doing since then. What he's done is he is giving himself a 6,000 Rand raise every 4 months. Now, I really want you to go and have this conversation with your boss tomorrow. I want you to go to him and say, I'd like a 6,000 Rand raise every 4 months going forward. Then you come tell me how that conversation went. I want you to go and do it. I mean, this is what people don't understand. They go, 2,500 Rand. I don't want 2,500 Rand. But next month it's 2,750. Then it's 3,000. They say, you might be earning 10,000 Rand a month right now. But you're not earning 11,000 next month and 12.5 the month thereafter. That's what happens here. if you consistently build and put the time and effort in. If you don't, it doesn't. It can go backwards too if you just stop. But this is the opportunity for you to be in control of your earnings. Donnie's been here for, this was about 16 months. I said it would take 2 years to get to 27 to 30,000 rand. Remember that? So he's got about 8 months left to go. I think he's going to make 30,000 rand. I think he's on track with my mathematics. Okay? So again, you know, sure, it's maths, but we were quite conservative about it, and we believe it's reasonable when you're putting some time and effort into it. Now, you can go and look at all the testimony videos we've got on our YouTube channel. Some guys are earning 700 rand a month. Some guys are earning 8,000 rand a month. Some guys are earning 85,000 rand a month. All of the videos are there. Go and watch them. There must be 50 or 60 of them now on there of the guys, just the sample guys that we've pulled in every month that are earning here at DuePoint. That's the first way you earn. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards training program. You might say, I have no idea how to do this, and I'm terrified. And I'll say to you, well, no problem. We actually hold your hand through a training system that takes you step by step from beginner to expert. As you complete the steps, we give you what's called XP points or experience points. They're not worth anything, okay? No rands and cents for my Facebookers out there. No rands and cents. They are simply a measure of your experience with us here at DuePoint. How are you maturing and experiencing through the DuePoint process? Naturally, as you do, your channel starts to grow. And where you meet the criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up and reward you in our training program. This is in addition to the returns. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more serious and your channel gets a little bit bigger, well, so does the cash get a little bit more serious. Then we start to equip you with tools. Tools that we know are going to help accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick from the United States, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and comes filled with your presentations, downloads, testimonies, tools, everything that you need to connect people to DuePoint no matter where you are, whether you've got an internet connection or not. Now, at rank 7, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own business cards. We think that they're extremely powerful. This is not a cheap local set. This is an imported 12,500 rand set, gold gilded, gold printed, and custom built for you. When you give somebody one of these cards, they're going to want to know what DuePoint is and what you do for them. Now, there's a couple of these guys in the audience here tonight. I can see them and hear them around. Ask them to see one of their cards. I won't let you touch them, but you can see them if you'd like to know what the power and impact of that card can be. That's at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size every year, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid for the rest of your life. Now, you will discover at DuePoint that there are no winners and no prizes. Again, I talk to my Facebook nonsense writers. There are no winners here. And I'm not running a competition because I'm not luring people in. Okay? That's not what we do here. Everything at DuePoint is earned. Everything. The qualifications are black and white. Everybody does them. They're all the same for everybody. And if you do them and you get to rank 9 and you maintain your channel size, every year we take you and your family away. All of you. All rank 9s. Now, don't get too excited because none of you are rank 9. You're all rank 0, except for a handful of you. Okay? That means you've got a long road to go. Now, we're going in December this year, as we go every year. Okay? And so we're going in December. We're not going in some armpit end of the year. You're not going to be stuck in a pool full of Americans. Ooh, I wasn't allowed to say that. We're going in and over New Year's Eve. Okay? It is a serious trip. And we're going to one of the finest hotels in Mauritius this year. We'll go somewhere else next year. But this year we're going to one of the finest hotels in Mauritius. Okay? Now, it's about 100 days away. It is incredibly unlikely you're going to make it this year. You can, if you're going to be like Zongizwe and say, hey, forget it, I'm there, put your head down and go for it 12 hours a day, yeah, you can make it. That's going to be your decision. But you know what's beautiful about this business? You don't start at Norton January. You don't start again. What you build now is what you will start on in January next year. And it'll be that much easier to go to rank 9 next year. And if you miss it next year, it doesn't matter. The next year, you will start with an even easier base each year that you build. So this is not, like I said, we don't join DuePoint for the trip. No, you join DuePoint for the income over a lifetime. And we put the cherries on the cake that you can achieve. There's no deadlines. You can get to them with us. Now, because you're not going to come with us, or are you? I don't know. I reckon most of you are. I know some in the audience are already coming with us. We thought we'd better show you where we're going because it's really not fair if we don't. So here is the actual footage of the hotel that we're going to at the end of this year. The trick is not to panic. You see, if you're doing a presentation, don't panic. Aren't you glad you don't have to do it? Here we go. There we go. There's the slide. Let's see if we can get it. I think I know what's happening. It's going to want me to. Yeah. All right, folks. We have done some additional work on getting more backups going, and now it's storing the video off-site. So let's get ourselves out of here. And it doesn't want to pull the video for me. Oh. All right, let's do this. It's got to be a first for everything. I've only done this presentation like 1,000 times, and this is new. This is all new. I think maybe Bill Gates is getting jealous. That certainly doesn't look like our presentation. Let's go find it. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see if we can get it in here with my password. My one here. Let's go here. Yeah, that might do the job. Huh? We'll show you how you can connect people to DuePoint. That'll be great, actually. I cannot believe it, huh? But anyway, you've got to have something happen. Yes, please. I'm all set, really. I was fine a minute ago. I don't know what changed. Do you think it'll even be this simple? Come on, be this simple. All right. You know, with computers, never that simple. All right, let's see if we can do that again. Here we go. All right, holding thumbs. Told you, it's not going to be that simple. All right, folks, we're going to try something else. I'm going to get back to you. Unfortunately, we're going to no video this evening. Come back tomorrow. I present better than Rob, but Rob might have to give you the video. All right, you can find it on our YouTube channel, incidentally, as the video. Folks, we're going into this year. We've got 2 sets of business class flights already fully booked with families coming. Now it's a decision of whether you want to join us this year or next year. We will be going to different places. Unfortunately, I can't show you the video this evening. The next thing that we do, folks, is that at rank 11, we give you your own car. We give you your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented. You don't rent it from us. You don't finance it from us. It's your car. We want you to build your freedom with it. We want you to be equipped in the DuePoint system with it. And then, folks, part of our training program is our monthly wealth quests. Every month they're different. They start from the first and end strictly on the last day. They are designed to equip you and to build suitable and solid foundations in your channels. Everybody who completes the criteria of the wealth quests, hold your horses. Hold your horses. It's a new wealth quest. That's why they're getting all excited, you see, for the first. Everyone who completes the criteria is rewarded with a tool. Every month the tools are different. They're all tools that help you grow your channel. So some months it's an iPad, other months it's iPhone, smart TVs, data, routers, cache, all the things that you need. This month, our new one from the 1st of September is called Expand Your Empire. Okay? What we require you to do this month to build a channel that is multi-provincial, not just stuck in Gauteng. I want to prove to you can actually show people this business without bringing them here. You have to find 2 people, each in a different province. Get them in your channel and get them qualified. If you can do that, then you'll be rewarded this month with your very own iPhone. Not a Hong Kong version from William Nicol Main Road. Not a banana or a pear or a berry. An actual Apple iPhone. You know how valuable they are. You've been to the iStore, you know that's how valuable this is. Now, folks, wealth engineers, do you know the website that we have that is DuePoint that you never go to? Do you remember that website? Okay, DuePoint.net. All the details and terms and conditions of this are on that website. It is not on the slide. You see it? There are no terms and conditions on the slide. Okay? So you need to go to the website from tomorrow morning around mid-morning. The terms and conditions will be up on our website. You go to it. Don't go to your phone app. That's not the website. Go to DuePoint.net. Go to Wealth Quests. Look at the monthly quest. Read all the terms and conditions. Understand what you need to do, because from midnight tonight, this is active and you're building for your own iPhone at the end of September. Okay, now those of you who were with us at last week's development seminar, Spring Vision, you know that what we're trying to do in the next 90 days is expand you guys like crazy. And this is going to help push you in that direction, I hope. Folks, every month the Wealth Quest is different. Every month the tool is different for you. So if you miss this one, it doesn't matter. You do next month's one. And then, folks, people ask me the question all the time. They say, Brendan, how does the maths work in this? It doesn't seem to make sense. Well, folks, it's very simple. In the traditional insurance space, what we do is we spend hundreds of millions, billions a year, advertising to you directly. We put TV adverts up, billboards up, radio adverts up, SMS campaigns, bathroom campaigns. Everywhere where we can stick an advert, we put the advert. It costs a fortune. What we do is we reverse engineer the cost of that into your monthly product payments. Remember, financial services, you pay every month, okay, as you do here. 35 to 50% of your funeral payment, cover payment every month, your banking fees, your car insurance, your home insurance, includes next month's marketing. And it is exactly the same here at DuePoint. We've done exactly the same thing. The only difference is we do not advertise. You are never going to see an advert for DuePoint anywhere, because we use you. You connect individuals to us. And so all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, billboard companies is now available to you and your channel. That's simply how the mathematics works. All right. Now, there are 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of. We, being DuePoint, facilitate the purchase of in your channels. You never have to do this. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 299 Rand a month. And for that 299 Rand, you get your very own tax-free investment account. It's yours. It is a no notice, no restriction period investment account. And we take 100 Rand of it and we put that 100 Rand in your investment account every month. And that money is immediately available to you. There's no maturing period. It is immediately available to you. So the actual cost of this product is 199 Rand a month. For 199 Rand a month, we give you an additional 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said, you get to be a wealth engineer automatically. Then our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand a month. For 274 Rand, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. After your first payment, you're undercover. There's no waiting periods or deferred benefit periods. There's no maximum age limits. You can have it to your last breath. And there is no medical examination or declaration. And then our third product, which is our non-insurance, non-banking, non-financial product, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our club. And as a member of the club, you get access to all of our corporate negotiated prices, vouchers, account managers, deals, everything that we can get as a 7-decade-old corporate, you get access to through this product. Eagle Ford, Checkers, Hershey's, Take-A-Lot, Yuppie Chef, training, entertainment. The list is extensive and we're constantly advertising, guys. Even data, always on, is in there. You get, as a member of you get access to those discounts. We love that product. We think it's very exciting. Now, folks, as a wealth engineer, you get the support and access to the entire executive and management team here at DuePoint. Monday to Saturday, you can book us at no cost to train your teams, to be with you, strategize, motivate. Ask the guys that have worked with you what we do in our Teamworks meetings for you. In addition, you get all of our IT, the software, the hardware, all maintained and upgraded for you all the time at no cost to you. You get nationwide footprint here at DuePoint. Because of our technology, you can build your channel anywhere in the country. And if you're in Gauteng, you can use our facilities. Monday to Saturday, they're open for you to use. Free Wi-Fi, tea, coffee, boardrooms, breakaway rooms available for you to be building your channels with. So, folks, we don't think it's much of a decision here at DuePoint whether you get this tool or not. But what we do think is the big decision for people is that they've got to flick a switch in their minds that says there is a different way of creating income. And that's the decision that you have to make tonight. If you want to become a wealth engineer, it's very simple. Take your tablet, your smartphone, hook up into our free Wi-Fi, go to DuePoint.net, click the apply button, fill the form out, and you're a wealth engineer. You're in. You'll be sent a W number, that's yours. It doesn't go into some kind of fancy structure. It's your channel. And you can then go away and make it magnificent or make it nothing. It's going to be completely up to you from that point in time. We've got all the tools for you, folks. All the tools. You can get the USB stick with our presentation on it. You can get power packs for your cell phone so that they don't die while you're filling out application forms. You can get business cards. Not the 12,500 Rand set. We would never expect you to pay that much, but a very reasonably priced 500 card set that you can get from us. You can get it all at our information counter, or you can order it at info@DuePoint.net. We are going to Durban. We're going to Durban. We're going to have a big live presentation there on the 16th of September in about 2 weeks' time. It's a 500-seater venue, plenty space for everybody, but it is running out of tickets fast right now. If you want to complete this Wealth Quest this month, if you want to get your channel growing in more than one province in South Africa, here is an opportunity for you to do it live with us on the 16th of September. You won't be granted entrance without a ticket. The tickets are free. Remember, no financial loss at DuePoint. The tickets are free, but you've got to book online. Go to our website, click events and book there, or click events on your app and book your ticket there, and we'll see you there. It starts at 10 in the morning with the intro and at 1 o'clock with training, so any of you new guys are going to get a double whammy on that day if they come through. Folks, as a wealth engineer, I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've subscribed, you know when we go live, you know when we upload videos. It doesn't cost you anything. Then we want you to download our free app, put it on your phone, put it on your tablet. It plugs you into your channel in real time. In real time, it plugs you in, and you can see what's going on. Your tools are there. Your training is there. Your personal documentation and your details are all on that app. Get it before you go this evening. Folks, you'll see that we're very serious about what we're doing here. We are very, very serious about what we're doing here. And we want people to come and join us in being part of the solution to what is happening in South Africa. Nobody is coming to our rescue. If they were, we would notice. If there were other options, we'd be doing it. There are none. There are none. And this evening we've created, or we believe we've created, a tool that can start changing your life in the right direction, and we want you to walk away with it this evening. If you have any questions or concerns, come and ask me. We had to answer these questions. We had to do the research ourselves before we created this division. Come and ask us. Ask the guys who brought you. Make sure you don't walk out of here with the wrong impression. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you outside, and thanks for all of you who tuned in live tonight.